Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a review request today from a player over on the North American server. Silver 2, this is a Graves game of his. He goes 4-0-5. It is a win, pretty convincing win as well. I think it's about a 23-minute game. Why do you want me to review this game specifically? He says, I want to know what kind of mistakes I'm making on the macro or micro level. I feel like this is a good game to review because it's short and I feel like I performed well. Leads me to believe that most mistakes or advice will be new ideas for him. Specific moments from the game, just general macro play. One big thing I want to focus on is making sure that I push my advantage. My team is ahead. Okay, this is really big, and I like it that you want to focus on this. I mean, obviously, you can talk about playing from behind a lot, but I see people probably lose more games from having a huge lead and just not capitalizing on it and get into the stage where the longer the game goes, the more out of control it is because you're just hoping that because everyone's going to get full items, everyone's hoping to just outplay each other in team fights. You're relying on your team, especially as a jungler. You're not going to have the most experience in gold in the game compared to your laners, right? So I always harp on this. Get an early lead. How can we accelerate it? As a jungler, you have a lot of control of the map in terms of prioritizing objectives, dragons, rift heralds, controlling areas of the map, pressuring lanes, making sure that they're like you can shut down lanes, you can get your lanes ahead. There's so many options here but you need to be very think it through in the game and be very specific about what you want to do. So definitely going to go on around this here. So he says here, for example, after I gank, I pushed away when I should went to an objective, or do I go to an objective, avoid pushing lane to help my lane reset? So I mean, very situation. It depends. There's definitely no always one answer to any sort of question. Like I get this on my Discord all the time, and I go and usually just ask like six other questions. Like, do you need to base? Do you have gold? What's the item spikes of the enemy champions? What's the percent health of your laners? Did the enemy jungler just die? Where's the enemy laners? Who has priority in like mid, top, bot? There's so many factors that you need to process it very quickly to execute on these decisions, especially again when you're ahead. So I've put a lot of focus on helping push advantage that maybe I'd dooms my laner by taking the CS. Not really a problem. I don't think. I mean, people get upset by it, but I wouldn't be thinking this is a problem at all. Lastly, did I time Dragon Rift Herald correctly or miss anything obvious? Alright, so we'll go into your win condition in a second. I just want to start with your runes. So you're going Fleet of Footwork. This is good. I've also seen a lot of Dark Harvest, but I still think like Fleet of Footwork is like the main staple rune for Graves. I mean, obviously it really helps you get that movement speed. You can kite, you're a kiting melee champ like King. That's what Graves is really good at. This just helps you do it more, just better. Triumph, always take this. Alacrity, always take this. Never go Tenacity here. If you need Tenacity, go Merc Treads. Attack speed just scales so well on Graves. And you go Coup de Grace. You can also go Last Stand here. I think Coup de Grace, Last Stand, sort of maybe like preference. Like it depends where you want to pressure your lanes, I guess. I mean, these are the squishy champs that Coup de Grace work good against. But in terms of Last Stand, if you're versing amongst some melee champs, especially Lee Sin, Last Stand's very good. In terms of skirmishes, you're both going to get to low health. You're going to be doing more damage when you're low health. But either sort of work. Sudden Impact, Relentless Hunter, it's fine. Other option is to go Magical Footwear, Cosmic Insight, but I take these runes, Relentless Hunter, Sudden Impact, if I feel like I really want to do something early game. And I think the fact that you have like Mel's, Ashe, like these are like sort of good scaling champs. I think it's actually fun to go these runes. Magical Footwear is when you go that you're thinking like I need to be the hard carry this game. You have some good carriers this game, especially like Pike and stuff like that. Pike support, attack speed, AD, and armor. Great. Okay, so let's talk about your win condition now, you said. So bottom or mid, I feel as though Dragon Control is very big in this new meta. Absolutely agree with you. I usually put a lot of focus on getting summoners or kills in bot and mid lane early in the game to give an advantage to my laners. So that's a good general mindset to have, but you need to be a little bit more specific about this. I mean, I'm looking at, like, there's a Darius and Trin. These guys both don't have TP. This is a very vulnerable lane early game. Trin doesn't have ult. Potentially be looking to start red and gank top early. Kassadin, Malzahar's always going to be pushed in Kassadin, so this is actually going to be very hard to... It's very annoying when a Kassadin is in a lane where he's just free farming under tower and you can't punish him, especially a champ like Graves, like you don't exactly have good dive threat. So I would say mid is pretty much a no-go, but bot lane, actually, I mean, Pike lanes are awesome to gank. Ashe has good CC, the slows and stuff for you to follow up with. These guys are great tools, the fact that you're Graves with no CC to gank bot. Okay, so let's go into the early game now. So it looks like we're starting red here. The general path that I like for Graves is just like full clearing. Especially with the changes with Krugs now. I think you go back to the path in Season 9. Red, Krugs, Raptors, keep your grit stacks going, full clear. Look to do something top, maybe take Rift Sculler, base, and then go back bot side. This is more of like a grazing. I still think that level 3 junglers get level 3 quickest, again, by red, blue, Gromp into like pressure in the map. But again, for champs like Graves, Kha'Zix, Eve, like these champs that really need levels to start scaling, I think it's really important to do Krugs and just get them getting levels as well. Alright, so we're clearing Krugs here. Mid actually looks like it might be... I mean, again, I think that he's going to start E'ing this. It's going to start pushing. And you're actually going for a bot gank here. Okay, so this is good. Like, again, you have the CC tools. If you didn't have... If you had like a Janna or something like that here, like, or Nami, this is ungankable. But the fact you have a Pyke and Ashe, this can work. Like, the fact especially that Ezreal usually doesn't take E until... Actually, he has E now. Yeah, he actually hit level 2 now. It's just risky because you can lose your entire topside jungle here, and the fact that Lee Sin's actually started blue means that you won't actually have anything to trade on here. So he could potentially 3-buff you, but if it if it works here, again you have the CC. You know that they haven't warded if you're looking at this lane. Really good engaged by the Pyke there, and you get the summoners on Thresh and you kill him. So really well played by the Pyke. Again, if you had any other champion but Pyke there, I would argue that that was not really gankable. So we actually see Lee Sin top here. He actually 1v2s. I mean, this is Lee Sin. I mean, Darius special. So this is really good for you. But this is really good. Lee Sin's low health now. So he can't go and steal your blue. The fact that now you're missing on the map. Looks like you're actually coming to gank this Kassadin, which is good. Even if you chunk this guy and force him out of lane, is awesome. You don't actually have to kill this guy. Great. He's not going to have to base. You can help your Malzahar push this lane in. But go for this top Rift Scuttler. I really like this. Lee Sin's trying to get it. He knows he has to give it up because you're going topside now. And you kill Kassadin. Okay, awesome gameplay. Like, this is really good early game so far. If you have an early game like this in Graves, like, I mean, you win this game in 23 minutes. Again, we're going to take a look at it as if you could have played it better to make sure there's no way you could lose this game. But so far, this is exceptional gameplay. Like, Ian over the wall, knowing that Kassadin's coming to check Rift Sculler. Forcing Lee Sin now with this Rift Sculler. He's probably going to have to flash here. He tries to do the Q on the Rift Sculler, but backs off. Okay. So now let's talk about what's next. I'm going to take a look at what you do and then tell you what you should be doing here to accelerate this game. To put your foot on the gas. Like, this Lee Sin should not have any room to breathe right now. The fact that you're 2-0, you're going to have a huge item advantage if you base, and you can literally do whatever you want on the map. You have a win in bot lane, you have a win in top, you have a win in bot. You have 3, like so far 3 winning mid lanes. Okay, so this is the worst thing you can do. So Tryndamere still has flash. I don't know if you know this or not, if you're looking at the lane using your F keys, but regardless, this is a full health Trynd with a max rage bar. A huge waste of time to gank this, even if you got the kill. What you need to do is, as soon as you get that Rift Sculler, I need you to base and go straight to bot Rift Sculler. Reason being is that now Lee Sin knows you got to top Rift Sculler. He has to base his low health. The only place, like right now, he's going to concede topside to you because he's going to think you're going to stay here. But what will really take him off guard is you just base in, ditching your entire topside jungle because this is safe. He's not going to take it. You know he's 100% going bot side right now. So get into his face. Accelerate this game. Make sure that he has no opportunity to gank bot. Then he's just going to be seen on here. You're going to take Rift Sculler. He's going to be like, oh, well, now I've got to do Gromp, Wolves. That means Lee Sin's early game is like gone. You've literally completely neutralized it. Game over for Lee Sin. You're going to scale so much better than him. So let's take a look here. I mean, again, I just don't think this is gankable. He burns flash, but just not worth it at all. Let's take a look at where Lee Sin is. Oh, look, he's bot side. He's actually not even going straight for Rift Sculler, which he should. But imagine if you're here. Free Rift Sculler. You can chuck a ward here. Your bot's completely safe. They're going to keep winning. Actually, Ezreal got a kill there. They killed Pyke. So they're not exactly winning, but again, it will just alleviate any pressure. All you need to view a win this game is making sure Lee Sin doesn't have a good early game, which he hasn't already. He failed gank topped, and you could have gotten 2 Rift Scullers here. That's it. You've shut down the enemy jungle. All you need to do is just keep farming off of that, and you'll just win the game just from scaling. So yeah, so I just want to show you there that, look, Lee Sin is obviously bot, and they're always going to go bot. So now you're just wasting a lot of time. So this is where all your momentum's going. I like that you're basing here to spend your gold. And potentially going bot side. No, you go top side here. Yeah, so even now, like, you could have lost all your bot side jungle and let Lee Sin get back into the game. That's what you're doing here. Like, look at this. Lee Sin's now taking Rift Scuttler. Now he's just chilling and now going to his Gromp. Like, there's no pressure you're putting on him anymore. Alright, so we see Lee Sin go top side. You're looking to come counter gank this. Again, I think this is a huge waste of time. Who cares? This Darius is fine. Like, Lee Sin is level 4. He has no items. No 80 items. Like, Darius still has Ignite. Trinity is low. Let him waste his time here. Come here, full clear your jungle. Be efficient as Graves. That's what you always need to be doing. You have a lead. Don't risk throwing it by, like, going for a dive play or, like, you know, say Cassidy roams up now from pushing mid. Like, this is just risking your lead. And it's just a waste of time. So now you're looking for the Lee Sin in his jungle. You do find him, but Cassidy's missing. Back off, back off, back off. I like it that you stopped fighting there. And now we're going full clearance. So I think you wasted you wasted a lot of time there. And again, you're letting this Lee Sin get back into this game. Lee Sin's 5 CS ahead of you right now, which is just not good. You should have denied all his bot side jungle, denied that Rift Scuttler. Alright, great. You keep shutting down this Lee Sin. Give him no room to get back into this game. Put your foot on the gas. And what you want to do here, yep, great. Steal his entire bot side jungle. I mean, I'll take his Gromp as well, I think. Oh, actually, he's coming now. Yep, just back off. And we do have priority bot. Like, so the question is, can we do Dragon here? I think that you can just chill out, come here, clear your entire full clear bot side. Then you can look for, like, wait for Melzar to push in and then look to go do Dragon. Or literally just do your red and then come do Dragon. Having that red buff for Dragon fight's really important. So you don't even know when this is warded. You don't have any control wards or sweepers. Lee Sin just dies. Okay, free Dragon. So Lee Sin's obviously getting pretty frustrated or something like that. And we get Dragon. Okay, so what to do next? Full clear, bot side. I want you to be getting a Rift Herald as soon as possible right now to accelerate this game. Your Darius is like hard winning this top lane. 70 CS to 28 CS. There's no way they can contest you. You need to get 2 Rift Heralds this game. So what you want to do is full clear bot side right now. Base, go straight top side. Skip all your camps. Get some control wards from base. Place a control ward in this brush here. Then come here, do Rift Herald. And look to potentially break. I mean, ideally you're breaking mid with it. I mean, it sort of depends how flawed this game goes. I mean, I don't even think it's worth breaking top. I think it's actually bad breaking top because Darius can keep forcing this guy to literally not move up into lane at all and just keep denying CS, like which he's been doing. So let's take a look here. Yep, red, Raptors, Raptors, Raptors. You need to do Raptors right now because your intention should be not to be on bot side anymore. You need to go top side for this Rift Herald. And that's it, basically. So it's a little bit just inefficient there. Just do your Raptors. You want to be top side. Clear those camps off. Make sure there's no threat for the enemy Lee Sin to counter jungle those, get experience and gold. Okay, I'm also looking at your levels here as well. You're level 6 right now at 11 minutes, given your early lead. Like, this is... You should be absolutely on par in levels with your lane, especially with the new jungle experience. What's this is like, you've only gotten 2 Krugs in 11 minutes. And I think that's part of your problem here. I mean, you're level 6. I mean, part of your problem is also you wasted a lot of time top. You haven't been prioritizing camps enough. And like, again, this is, if you were to die right now and Lee Sin was able to, like, you know, kill some camps, you would have lost your entire early game lead. But if you were level 8 right now and you died, not so bad. Because you still have the huge level advantage and, you know, you're a Graves, you're scaling. So I want to emphasize as well, you're level 6 right now. You're literally getting out-leveled by like your duo lane as a 3-0 Graves. And you're 42 CS right now. You should at least have 60, 70 CS at minimum. I mean, if you played really efficiently, it's like taken like come to just keep pushing out like bot or something like that or top waves. You know, you could easily push an 80 like CS right now, 80, 90. Like, Graves is a very good payout farmer. When he starts getting, like, items like Warrior and stuff like that, you just destroy through the jungle. So, alright, so you've literally completely missed... I like that you've come to push mid right now, but I need you to do Rift Herald. You need to be thinking about getting Rift Herald ASAP. And now you go bot side. There's nothing for you to get bot. Obviously, you got your jungle camps, but again, you should have just come here and done Rift Herald. You haven't placed your control yet. Place your control ward here. Make sure that you have full control of the enemy jungle. You're constantly tracking him. He will be useless. He's 0-2 Lee Sin right now. You're going to have information on where he is, but he's not going to have information on where you are. That is the most powerful thing as a jungler in League of Legends. Alright, so yeah, you've completely missed your opportunity to Rift Herald your bot side now. Darius just keeps just destroying this 39 CS tier map building. Trinimir. Yeah, I mean, you're just wasting time here. Sure, you can maybe contest a Gromp, but you need Rift Herald to break these towers. 2 Rift Heralds this game. You're slowly losing your opportunity to get 2 Rift Heralds. So you do Krugs for a 3rd time now. So yeah, I mean, you're getting levels now because you're actually killing your camps. But again, you should be level 9, approaching level 10 right now if you cleared your camps efficiently. Alright, so you're going bot side for Dragon. I like this. You couldn't buy 2 controllers from base. That's okay. I mean, I guess you could maybe be reselling your refillable potion. You don't exactly need it around this stage of the game. But definitely next base, if you don't have art room, sell that refillable potion. You just don't need it anymore. So your bot actually dies here. Your Ashe. Malzahar comes. You can probably get Dragon off this. Darius is rotating down. Let's go do Dragon. Actually, come here. Push out this wave again. Still the CS and stuff like that. Again, you're 3-0 Graves. I want you to keep scaling. Push this out. Just come do Dragon. You can clear waves really fast with Q. Like, you're playing really weird. Like, the way you're playing, it's like you're like a jungler in, like, the background. You're, like, trying to get some... You're playing, like, an Elise or a Lee Sin, or you're trying to, like, get a pick or something like that, or do some awesome counter gank. Like, Graves is just, like... I view Graves as, like, a sentry turret. He goes to a place, enemy team can't get in your radius. They just need to, like, run away from you, and you can just, like... Especially when you're 3-0 Graves, you take this wave, there's nothing they can do about it. You come here, you take Dragon. You know, you can welcome them. Come get in my range as Graves. I'll just one-shot you. Alright, we're wasting a little bit of time here. Let's just do Dragon. Push out bot, let's do Dragon. Lee Sin's top. Alright, free Dragon. Still need you to be thinking about Rift Herald. Okay, so what you want to do now, let's clear your entire full bot side jungle again. You've pushed out mid, that's great. Now base, reset, come get Rift Herald. You need this to accelerate this game. Like, this is overkill pushing. Go do your bot side. I don't think you can dive a full health Ezreal with Thresh missing. Oh, well, actually, no. Thresh is coming late to here, and you get some kills. Like, your entire... Whenever your entire topside jungle camps are up, like, yes, it's good that you put in a lot of pressure here, but you can be doing both at the same time. Just the way you're pathing and what you've been prioritizing. If you really think about your jungle pathing and around the objectives that you want to get, you still can be efficient. It is possible. I do it all the time, and I'm still pressuring them up. I mean, obviously, sometimes you do need to give up your jungle camps if you really need to pressure, but you don't need to exactly do that to win this game. The way you win this game is literally just being like a 140 CS Graves right now and just being literally 1v5, which you could easily be doing. Alright, do your Krugs before basing because you have to go topside. Must do Krugs, especially with the new jungle experience changes, the scaling, you must be getting Krugs as much as possible. I need you to prioritize that way more. That's the reason why you're the same level as Lee Sin. He's died 3 times. You haven't died 0 times. Also, must have Red Sweeper Trinket at this time. Must be selling your refillable potions for control wards. There's no excuse not to have controls at this stage of the game. So you come talk, push out that. I'll push out another wave, get priority, come to Rift Herald. Finally Rift Herald, but you guess what? You only get 1 this game. This is 8 minutes too late, straight up. Nothing more. I can't sugarcoat that anymore. Alright, and also, in general, like, so Darius took the Rift Herald. Never give Rift Herald to your laners. You're the jungler. You choose where you objectives you want to get. Yes, I understand he's super fed, and you feel like, well, he can go split push with it, but the idea is you want Darius to be on the other side of the map, split pushing, dragging 2 members to him, and then you using Rift Herald and going all in on this lane and breaking an inhibitor. So that's why you need to be taking Rift Herald. Never give it to laners, ever. You're the jungler. You dictate the pace of the game and what objectives you want to be getting. So you do use it top. I mean, it is 2 versus potentially 3 here. I mean, you guys are pretty strong. 2v4. Yeah, so I think there's a little bit of a waste of Rift Herald. But, I mean, still okay. Dragon is coming up soon. Definitely be looking to get that. So again, you're sitting in this brush. You have no idea if it's watered. And this is why you need Red Sweeper, Trinket, and Control Wards as well. Really important stuff. Actually, let's see if it was watered. It wasn't watered. But you don't know that. Again, you don't have Red Sweeper, Trinket. Alright, Dragon's up. Let's kill that. Alright, so Dragon. Next objective after Dragon, once you've cleared your Krugs, base, we need to get Baron to close this game out. I mean, you're 10,000 gold ahead. I mean, it looks like you do close the game out pretty quickly. But no reason to be bot side. See, this is a huge waste of time. Huge waste of time. Huge waste of time. Clear your camps. Your entire camps are back up. There's no objectives to get off this anymore. Zero. The next objective here is this. I mean, this is an objective to get, but tell me how you're going to get this objective. It's 2, your Ashes in base. Sure, you have priority here, but the smartest move, and make sure that the enemy team doesn't get back into this game, is just control Baron here. You can even bait it if you want. I mean, you can just do it, because come in here, get full control vision here, sweep, place control wards, come here, and then just do Baron. Or they're just going to panic and just run into you and just die. Again, wasting all this time. Bot, sure you kill Lee Sin, but he's just wasting your time. Killing Lee Sin there is actually, I mean, you can't go get Baron right now because you're on the other side of the map, you want a base. And he's just wasting your time. He's stalling out the game for you guys. If he wants to be bot, let him be bot. So now you have to clear your full bot side jungle, but you decide to ignore it. I mean, your team is pressuring, so I guess this is okay. I mean, if you guys just kill all these guys here, you're going to win the game. Okay. So you guys are just too far ahead at this point. Darius is out of control. Definitely a lot in here. This is a very good VOD to go over for you multiple times. A lot in here that you could have to accelerate this game. There's definitely different universes where your Darius is not as ahead as he is. Your bot lane got destroyed, like Lee Sin didn't, like, into a little bit. But you still got fed where you lose this game because you didn't, again, put your foot on the gas, didn't accelerate this game, didn't get in Lee Sin's face as soon as you got the, you know, the early kills and got the potentially double Rift Skull at him. And also, like, the top skanks. Like, Darius was fine. Killing Trinimir more was not going to help you win the game. The way you win this game, like in that early to mid game, it was just, again, get in those 2 Rift Heralds, keep farming. Farm, farm, farm. You have 140 CS at 23 minutes as a 405 Graves. You should at least have 190, 200 CS right now, if you're efficient. So, that wraps up this review. You can check out my full notes over on my blog, nathanmott.gg. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.